Many years ago, when I was a teenager, my parents taught me that sometimes we talk too much and it works to our detriment, but I think you need to make a judgment call. I've learned that if you're in doubt whether to say something or not, it's better to err on the side of actually saying it, because if you don't say something when you should have, you won't learn anything. If you say something when you shouldn't have, you might learn how you might have adjusted what you said. So I recently had some issues at my workplace, and I decided to be a little bit bolder and speak up. And yes, there were some mistakes to be made there. I'm not going to mention exactly what I said because some of my coworkers might be watching this. And there were mistakes made, but at least I actually learned from it. Had I not spoken up, even if I were on the fence, and I should have spoken up, there's nothing to be learned there. There's nothing to adjust, and it will just be a missed opportunity altogether. I mean, you got to make your judgment call, though. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend saying anything that's terribly inappropriate, but if you're on the fence, is this thing going to actually help my position, or am I going to give away too much detail? And you're on the fence, I think it's better to err on the side of actually saying it. So that was one lesson that I learned in recent times that I hope to apply in the coming year. I learned that we have to make choices in our lives about a relationship, and not just with a person. So I recently, I live in Seattle, Washington, and one of my favorite, or more specifically, the east side of Seattle, Washington. And one of my favorite places to go for a short vacation, anytime I only have like 2 days for a vacation, one of my favorite places to go is Ellensburg. They have very dark skies over there. You can view the night sky, the Milky Way. And I had discovered Ellensburg quite by mistake, actually. I had some turbulence with a relationship with a girl, and I took off. I talked about this in a previous video, I believe, and I took off, and I ended up in Ellensburg, and I was amazed by the night sky. And now every time there's an event in the sky, I end up going there, and sometimes I get very stressed out. This past weekend I went there because my computer programming was really stressing me out, and I actually had a little bit of an emergency, and it scared the hell out of me, and I took time away from my computer. That's why I haven't been uploading many videos either. What had happened was I got so obsessed with a machine learning technique that I didn't want to sleep. And one morning I got very agitated at a computer bug I couldn't find. And I was sitting at a Starbucks. I apologize for the disconnect. I was sitting at a Starbucks. Actually, that's the Starbucks over there. And I was very frustrated at the computer program that I couldn't fix. And it was 5, 6 a.m. and a couple police officers showed up to the Starbucks for their morning coffee, and it crossed my mind. I hate to confess that I had this thought on camera, but I think it's very important to give this lesson. It crossed my mind that, oh my God, I could reach for the officer's gun and he would shoot me and kill me, and then I could finally get some sleep, because I hadn't been able to sleep for 3 days. And as soon as that thought crossed my mind, I went back to my car to digest it all, and I headed out to Ellensburg. I'm like, I know where the police station is. If I need to do that, I can come back to Seattle to do it. But let's go to Ellensburg first. And I put my computer in the trunk so I wouldn't see it, and I headed to Ellensburg. And it's all good. But the thing is, I love Ellensburg. The problem is that I also looked at a job offering in Ellensburg, and I thought to myself, I could move to Ellensburg, but if I did, I probably wouldn't be able to enjoy vacations in Ellensburg. I can only choose one. I can only choose to live in Ellensburg or vacation in Ellensburg, but not both. It feels kind of like a relationship with the girl. I could choose the girl to be my girlfriend or to be my wife, but probably not both. And Ellensburg kind of has that feeling to me, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think I'll stay in Seattle, because if I move to Ellensburg, I don't think I would like vacationing in Seattle. If I stay in Seattle, I might like vacationing in Ellensburg. So that's one of those weird things that I learned in my life. I can't believe I let myself get so stressed out about a computer game, though. That's the one thing. I have a hard time doing something without becoming of it. Sometimes when I recently I've taken up a few new hobbies. I always enjoy the hobby when I first take it up. It never seems to stay that way over a long period of time, though. I tend to drown in it over a longer period of time. But at the beginning, it feels kind of like... I have a friend who's trying to quit smoking at the moment. When he started smoking, it was a very social event for him. It kind of feels like that. I hope in the coming year I can find a new hobby that I can permanently keep as a hobby, as opposed to an obsession. Thanks for watching.